Welcome to the mnemonic. Today we are going to solve MSc Microbiology's entrance exam for Himachal Pradesh University. ये एग्ज़ाम 22 जून 2023 को हिमाचल प्रदेश यूनिवर्सिटी में ऑर्गेनाइज किया गया था. ये एग्ज़ाम 10 बजे से 11:30 बजे तक चलना था और इस 1.5 घंटे में यू हैव टू सॉल्व 100 क्वेश्चंस. सो आइए विदाउट वेस्टिंग एनी टाइम सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन पेपर. बिफोर सॉल्विंग दिस क्वेश्चन पेपर आई वांट टू क्लियर वन थिंग कि इस क्वेश्चन पेपर में जो आंसर्स बताए जा रहे हैं दोज आर द आंसर्स अकॉर्डिंग टू मी. दे मे बी करेक्ट और दे मे नॉट बी करेक्ट, बट आई एश्योर यू कि उनमें से 90 to 95% all are correct. So the first question is, a prophage is option A, a lambda-phage DNA, option B, a stage of cell cycle, option C, a plasmid, and option D, DNA of lysogenic phase inserted into a host chromosome. And the right answer is option D, because prophage is that DNA which is injected inside the host cell by the phage, and this DNA will incorporate itself into the host's genome. तो पहले क्वेश्चन का राइट आंसर है ऑप्शन डी. Now for the second question, the question is, the glycocalyx around cell membrane can be determined by. ग्लाइकोकैलिक्स को डिटरमाइन करने के लिए ग्लाइकोकैलिक्स यानी कि आउटर सेल कैप्सूल जो बैक्टीरिया में प्रेजेंट होता है उसे डिटरमाइन करने के लिए हम स्टेनिंग टेक्निक यूज़ करते हैं. दैट मीन्स यहाँ पर कुछ स्टेन्स के नाम लिखे हैं. एक क्रिस्टल वॉलेट है, आयोडीन है, क्रिस्टल वॉलेट है, लैक्टिन है एंड सेफ्रानिन है. इसका राइट आंसर है लैक्टिन, बिकॉज लैक्टिन इज यूज्ड टू स्टेन द ग्लाइकोकैलिक्स. आइए बढ़ते हैं अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ, जो कि है क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. In lac-operon, if repressor binds to operator, then what will happen? Transcription will enhance. Option A. Differential genes will be formed. Option B. Transcription will be blocked. Option C. And none of the above. The right answer is option C. Transcription will be blocked. क्योंकि जब repressor operator पे जाके attach होता है तो RNA polymerase आगे move नहीं कर पाता, जिसकी वजह से transcription will be blocked. So आइए बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ, which is question number 4, which goes like, which of these are indicators of water pollution? Option A, Bacillus, option B, Clostridium, option C, Escherichia coli, and option 4, Paramecium. And the right answer is Escherichia coli, because its presence in water is an indicator of water pollution. So Escherichia coli is the right answer for question number 4. आइए बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की तरफ. Question number 5, the phenomena of increase in optical density when DNA is denatured is. The right answer is hyperchromicity. Next question, question number 6, the percentage of protein encoding genes in Escherichia coli is. The right answer is 80%. 80%. Escherichia coli has 80% of its DNA which is protein coding. Question number 7, the genome size does not relate with the organismal complexity. This is called C-value enigma or C-value paradox. The right answer is option A. Both A and both 1 and 2 are correct and are related. This is a phenomenon जहाँ पर एक organism की complexity उसके DNA के amount और genome के size पर depend नहीं करती. This is called the C-value paradox. So question number 8, if a bacteria doubles itself in 5 minutes, then what would be the number of bacteria after 20 minutes if we start with 4 bacteria initially? So अगर हम 4 बैक्टीरिया से डिवीजन शुरू करते हैं तो 5 मिनट के बाद ये 4 बैक्टीरिया will converted or will form 8 bacteria, and this happened in 5 minutes. After that अगर इन 8 बैक्टीरिया में फिर से एक और डिवीजन होता है in next 5 minutes, then these 8 bacteria will form how many? 16 bacteria. Now you can recognize a pattern here कि हर 5 मिनट में बैक्टीरिया का नंबर हो रहा है डबल. तो पहले 5 मिनट में 8 हो गया था, दूसरे 5 मिनट में 16 हो गया था, तीसरे 5 मिनट में वो 16 से हो जाएगा 16 का डबल, दैट मीन्स 30 2, ओके। और फाइनली हमारे पास अभी तक हमारे पास हो चुके हैं 15 मिनट, और फाइनली आखिर के 5 मिनट में, जो आखिर के 5 मिनट है उसमें 32 का डबल हो जाएगा, दैट मीन्स 64. सो द राइट आंसर इज option A, 64. Now let's move on to the next question, question number 9, which goes like this. The phenomena of restricting gene expression when the population density arises in a bacterium colony is known as quorum sensing. This is a phenomenon known in bacterium. And the next question, question number 10 is, nucleic acid sequences that propagate through reverse transcription are called retroelements because they are present in the retroviruses. Because transcription or reverse transcription is known in the retroviruses only. Next question, question number 11. Which of the following is useful for gene mapping? There are 4 techniques given here. And I think, and the correct answer is the site-specific recombination, because the recombination frequency is used for genetic mapping. Next question, humoral immunity is carried out by which of these cells? So A is beta lymphocyte, A is B lymphocytes, B is T lymphocytes, C is both A and B, and D is none of the above. And the right answer is B lymphocytes. Humoral immunity, the first branch of adaptive immunity, is controlled or carried out by B lymphocytes that produces the antibodies necessary for fighting the infections. Next question is question number 13. The antisense RNA is used in, the antisense RNA has a role in regulating the protein synthesis. Move on to the next question. TPN stands for, it's a direct question, so it stands for triphosphopiridine nucleotide. So the right answer is option A. Next, 15th question, again a direct question. Clover leaf model is the 2-dimensional structure of which RNA? RNA, tRNA, mRNA, or DNA? The right answer is option B, tRNA, or the transfer RNA, also known as the adapter molecule. Next question. The Tyndall effect is due to scattering of light in option A, particulate matter, B, pollen grains, C, colloidal mixture, and D, dust particles. The right answer is option C, the colloidal mixture. Moving on to the next question, question number 17. Gene sequences with more than 200 nucleotides, option A, does not get translated into proteins. Option B are called LNC RNA, and option C, both A and B, and option D, none of the above. The right answer for this question is option C. Here LNC RNA stands for long non-coding RNA. So moving on to the next question, question number 18, sorry. Which of these is or are correct? Option A, adjuvant in a vaccine help create a stronger immune response. Yes, it is correct. Cosmids are plasmid particles. This is also correct. Ribosomes are catalytic RNA. This is also correct. So right answer is option D. Moving on to the next question, question number 19th. Which of the following microbes is or are used in food production or processing? Option A, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, which is called yeast. You all know. So हमें पता है कि yeast एक microbe है जो food production में use होता है, तो yes, it is a yeast. Option B, Lactobacillus bulgaricus, दही जमाने के लिए हम इसका use करते हैं, ये भी होता है food production में use. और option C, both A and B, and D is none of the above. So right answer is option C. Now the 20th question, which of these chemicals come under the category of chemical mutagens? And the right answer is option C, both 5-bromouracil and 2-aminopurine. Both of these are base analogs. So let's move on to the next question, question number 21. Entry of an enveloped virus into an host is mediated by phagocytosis only, pinocytosis only, both endocytosis and membrane fusion, none of the above. Now हमें पता है enveloped viruses में जो envelope होता है that is of host origin, और वहाँ पर membrane fusion भी होता है और endocytosis तो obviously होता ही है. So option C is the correct option. Option C is the correct option. Moving on to the next question, question number 22. Which protein serves as both an indicator and repressor? Which protein serves as both an activator and a repressor of ribosomal protein gene transcription? The right answer for this question is option B, GA binding proteins. Question number 23. This is match the following. Liver fluke is an organism whose scientific name is Fasciola hepatica. So A corresponds to 2. Second, filariasis, also known as elephantiasis, is a disease which is caused by Wuchereria bancrofti. That means B corresponds to 3. Roundworm disease, the disease that is caused by roundworms, and roundworms are the Ascaris lumbricoids. And finally, malaria. And malaria is caused by Plasmodium falciparum. So A corresponds to 2, B to 3, C to 4, and D to 1. So the right answer for this question will be option A. A corresponds to 2, B corresponds to 3, C corresponds to 4, and D corresponds to 1. Let's move on to the 24th question, which is a direct question. Again, halophiles are the salt-tolerant species of bacteria. Methanogens are anaerobic, yes, but you have to check the options correctly. First option is aerobic, second is anaerobic, C is archaebacteria, and D is both B and C. So methanogens are both anaerobic as well as archaebacteria. So right answer will be D, not B. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Gasohol is a blend of gasoline and ethanol. And the right option is option A, 90% gasoline and 10% ethanol. Moving on to the next question. Question number 27. PMN is, this is an acronym which expanded as polymorphonuclear cells, और हम WBCs को इस नाम से जानते हैं. Now, they are asking that what is PMN? They are not asking us to expand PMN. First, option A, polymorphonuclear cell. Yes, they are. B, has a multilobe nucleus. Yes, they do have a multilobe nucleus. And option C, has lysosomes in their cells, in their cytoplasm, sorry. So, option D is the right answer. For question number 28, which of these fall under the category of mycotoxins? Both aflatoxin as well as ochratoxin fall under the category of mycotoxins. So answer is option C. That means the correct answer is option C, both A and B. Moving on to the next question. Vitamin B12 is option A, also called cobalamin. Yes. Option B is a water-soluble vitamin. Yes, it is a water-soluble vitamin. And deficiency can cause weakness. So the right answer is option D, all of the above. Finally, the 30th question here. Tempeh is an Indonesian food product. Tempeh is an Indonesian food product. Uses which of these following organisms to make or to prepare? The right answer is rhizopus. So let's move on to the next question. Question number 31. The question is, which of these yeasts can be grown on waste and recycled into food? हमें बताना है कि इनमें से कौन सा yeast जो है वो वेस्ट पर भी ग्रो करता है और उसे रिसाइकल करके आप एज अ फूड भी यूज कर सकते हो. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, बोथ Saccharomyces and Candida are yeasts, and yes, they both are used in the food production. So option C is the correct answer. Question number 32 is, Anabaena, Nostoc, and Rhizobium they are the biofertilizers. Yes, they are. They enhance soils productivity. Yes. And option C, they act as an alternative for chemical fertilizers. Yes. The right answer is option D. Next, question number 33. Tofu and sofu are formed from, the right answer is soybean. These are the things that formed from soybean. Which of these microbes produce antibiotics? Penicillium rotatum, yes, that produces antibiotic. Cephalosporium भी produce करता है. Streptomyces graecis भी produce करता है. So right answer is option D. Next question is question number 35. Black rot in egg is caused by this bacterium, which named as Proteus melanovogenes. Next question number 36. Thiobacillus thioxidans can be used in the recovery of copper. Question number 37. Sugars, proteins, hormones can be detected by the biosensors. The right answer is option A, the biosensors. 38 question number. This is that hypoxia is in condition of deficiency of oxygen. So option A is right answer. 39th question. Monoclonal antibodies are formed by hybridoma technology. This is the technology used to produce monoclonal antibodies, also known as MABs. Lymph nodes are prevalent in, yes, lymph nodes are present in neck also. They are present in neck, they are present in armpits, and in the groin also. The right answer is all of the above. 41st question is, the pertussis is also called whooping cough. This is another name for whooping cough, pertussis. Question number 42. Microbes can be used in, they are used in paper industry, they are used in petroleum recovery, and they are also used in energy production. So right answer is option D, all of the above. Question number 43. Riboflavin is vitamin B2. Question number 44. Rubiola is also called, there are two viruses, or there are two diseases like this, rubella and rubiola. There is no printing mistake here. There is no typo here. This is actually a different disease, and this is another name. This is an alternative name for measles. So right answer is option B. Question number 45. Which of these genes show 9:3:4 ratio? This is an modified Mendelian F2 dihybrid ratio of supplementary genes. If you remember that example of mice coat color. Question number 46. ELISA is a laboratory test used for detect antibodies in the blood. Yes. Detect HIV. Yes. And option C is then correct, both A and B. Which of these are lymph nodes? Option A, tonsils, spleen, Peyer's patches. Option B, tonsils, spleen, pancreas. Option C, tonsils, adenoids, pancreas, tonsils. Option D, tonsils, gallbladder, and Peyer's patches. Here, अगर हम इनमें basically बात करें तो tonsils, yes, they are the lymph nodes. Peyer's patches, yes, obviously they are the lymph nodes. And pancreas is not a lymph node. Pancreas is not a lymph node. Adenoids, yes, obviously they are lymph nodes. Gallbladder is not a lymph node. So that is all. Now the best correct option will be option A. इसका correct option C हो सकता था, लेकिन you can see that pancreas is not a lymph node. That's why the right answer is option A, because spleen is not actually a proper lymph node, but it is categorized under lymph nodes also. So the right answer is option A. 47. After 47, the next question, 48. FAB and FC. EB stands for antigen binding and ST for crystallizable. I think we all are familiar by these two terms from immunology, and these are the regions that are found in antibodies. So option B is the right option. Question number 49 is cyanine 3-di is, yes, it is orange in color, used in labeling proteins, yes, used in genomic applications. So the right answer is option D. Now, in the 50th question, ischemia. Ischemia is a type of condition characterized by reduced blood supply to an organ, especially the heart. This leads to hypoxia, yes. So the right answer will be option D, both B and C. Next question. Question number 51. Who gave the diamond code? The diamond code, it was proposed by George Gamow. However, बाद में पता चला था कि George Gamow का जो ये diamond code था, yes, it was a triplet code. Yes, it was a triplet code, but it was incorrect. हम detail में नहीं जाएंगे because this I have to cover 100 questions. So let's move to the next question. Question number 52. Which of these is an autosomal recessive disease or disorder? Option A, cystic fibrosis. Yes, it is a recessive autosomal recessive disorder. Sickle cell anemia. Yes, it is also. Phenylketonuria is also a recessive autosomal recessive disorder. So option D is right. Question number 53. What is deadly out of all these conditions? This is a confusing one, and anything can be deadly. So let's take an option B, infarction. That means blockage of a blood vessel. because of which a particular organ doesn't get the blood supply properly. Next is the blue baby disease. This is a disease that is caused in newborn children. This is caused by, option A, it is caused due to methanoglobinemia, option A. Option B, caused due to the nitrate ions. Option C, can be treated with methylene blue. All of the above are correct. Now, the next question is, Marshall Nierenberg discovered, genetic code was discovered by Francis Crick. Translation is discovered by Marshall Nierenberg because he discovered that the codon codes for an amino acid in a process called translation. So the option B is correct. Next question, question 56. Purple sulfur and green sulfur bacteria are. Option B is the right answer. Question number 57. Methanogens and halophiles come under which group? Both methogens and halophiles are extremophiles. They are archaeobacteria, not eukaryotes, not eubacteria. None of the above. The option E nahi banta. The question number 57 ka option C is correct. If a mother has blood group A and father has blood group B, then the child will have blood group from these options. ABU blood grouping system is an example of multiple allelism and codominance. First, multiple allelism means that there is a gene with more than 2 forms, that means alleles, that will code for a particular antigen. For example, IA for A, IV for B, and small I for O. This is what multiple allelism signifies. Secondly, this is an example of codominance. That means if IA and IB present in a genotype together, then neither of them will express alone. They will express together. That means the individual's blood group will be AB. And small I is recessive for all. Now, get back to the question, which says that, now to the question, which goes like, when a female with blood group A is crossed with a male with blood group B, that result into 4 children as shown in this Punnett square. The first child has both the genes IA and IB from parents, so their blood group will be AB. The second child has IB and I. That means he has a blood group B. The third child has this genotype. That means he or she has a blood group A. And finally, the last child with a genotype small I and small I, he or she will have blood group type O. That means there is 1/4 possibility for all blood group types. So the option D is correct. Question number 59. Which of these are correct? Methylthioneum chloride is called methylene blue. Yes. Methylene blue is a thiazine dye. Yes. So option C is the right answer. Next is option C. Cyanobacteria was formerly known as blue-green algae. Okay, great. Question number 61. Single cell protein or SCPs includes algae, bacteria, and yeast. It includes all of these. Question number 62. Paul Andrlik in 1908 discovered a chemotherapeutic agent named arspheniamine. Is the right answer. Option C is the right answer. Question number 63. Which of these is used to measure the concentration of low molecular weight antigens like haptens? The answer for this question is option A, ELISA. Members of genus Aedes are responsible for which of the following? Option A, dengue fever. Option B, tuberculosis. C, COVID-19. And none of the above. Option A is the right answer. Dengue fever. Question number 65. Erythroblastosis fetalis is related to hemolysis, Rh antigen, and RHOGAM. rho GAM. All of the above is the right answer because erythroblastosis fetalis is an hemolytic condition which arise due to Rh antigen incompatibility in a mother and her fetus. Next question is question number 66. Question goes like, melanin pigment is produced by melanocytes, yes. Protect against UV radiations, yes. So option C is correct, both A and B. Question number 67, Hansen's disease is leprosy. Leprosy's other name for leprosy is Hansen's disease. Question number 68, primary and secondary antibody response is shown by which of these antibodies? So the antibodies are of different types on the basis of their heavy chains, and out of these they are categorized into two categories, primary and secondary, whether they are effective in primary immune response or secondary immune response. So there are two primary antibodies, generally IgM and IgG. These two are primary antibodies and others are secondary antibodies, which I will enlist as IgA and IgA. And interestingly, IgG is common in both. So the question is, primary and secondary antibody response is shown by, the right answer is option A, IgM and IgG, because both of these antibodies are involved in primary and secondary responses, but their secretion amount or their quantity differs. Question number 69, macrophages are a type of WBCs. Simple, a direct question. And finally, the question number 70th question number, lymph nodes enhance the functioning of immune system, yes. They act as a filter for foreign particles, yes. Do not have detoxification function. The right answer is option D, all of the above. Let's move on to the next question, question number 71. Waterhouse Federation syndrome is failure of adrenal gland, yes. Massive bleeding and lesions, yes. Caused by Neisseria meningitidis, yes. So right answer is option D. Now the next question, 72. Plague is caused by Yersinia pestis. Tuberculosis attacks the lungs mainly. These both statements are not related with each other, but the first one is true and the second one is not true. So option A, one is correct and second is correct, is the right answer. Question number 73. Bacteriological analysis of water can be done by. The right answer is option D. Which of these vaccines are combined in a single dose? The right answer is option D. Next question, question number 75. The Rayleigh scattering, the amount of scattering of light is, in Rayleigh's scattering experiment, the scattering of light is inversely proportional to the fourth power of the wavelength. So option A is correct. Question number 76. When one or more arteries in the lungs gets blocked by a blood clot, this condition is known as, option A is the right answer, pulmonary embolism. Lockjaw disease is tetanus. Question number 77's right answer is option D, because it is tetanus caused by Clostridium tetani and affects the brain and the nervous system. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 78. Cowdry bodies are eosinophilic and basophilic nuclear inclusions. And second is Lipschutz bodies are eosinophilic and intranuclear inclusions. Both of these options are correct, so the right option is option C. Question number 79. Vidal test is done for typhoid. So option B is the correct answer. Adenyl cyclase increases the level of AMP. So option B is right. Question number 81. mRNA differs from DNA due to option A, hydroxyl group at the 2' of ribose sugar. Option B, hydroxyl group at 1' of the ribose sugar. Phosphate group, option C, phosphate group at the 2' of ribose sugar. And option D, PO4 phosphate group at the 1' of ribose sugar. The right answer is option A. Question number 82. Which of these can be STD? Transfusion transmitted disease. So HIV, yes. Hepatitis B virus, also a transfusion transmitted disease, not a COVID-19. The option D is right. Next question, question number 83. Which of the three are rarest blood types? Option A is the right answer. Next question, question number 84. Contagium vivum fluidum refers to viruses. Which of the antibody is a pentamer? Right answer is option D, IgM. Toxoids are altered toxins. Yes. They used in diphtheria and tetanus. Yes. They stimulate immunity to toxins. Yes. So the right answer for question number 86 is option D. Next question number 87. EC number is a nomenclature for enzymes. The option B is the right answer. Question number 88. Vinegar formation takes place, the conversion of carbohydrates to alcohols and then alcohol to acetic acid. Orally and process is used for vinegar production. So in question number 88, both statements are related and are true. So option A is right answer. Next question is question number 89. Phosphatase test in dairy industry is conducted on which of these dairy products? The right answer is milk. Next question number 90th. The question says that preservation methods include heating and blanching, deep freezing, desiccation, and option D, all of the above. These all methods are used for preservation. So these were the 90 questions. Now there are only 10 questions left. Let's solve them quickly. Question number 91. A typical flavor of yogurt is due to option A, lactic acid is the right answer. Question number 92. Which of these viruses can attack insects and arthropods? Option A, cytoplasmic polyhedrosis virus or CPV, and option C, nuclear polyhedrosis viruses and PV. Both are correct. So option B, both A and C is correct answer. Question number 93. Rubisco is option A, ribose 1,5-bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. Option B, ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate carboxylase or oxygenase. Option C, ribo 1,5-bisphosphate carboxylase or oxygenase. And option D, ribulose 1,5-triphosphate carboxylase oxygenase. So the right answer is option B, ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate carboxylase or oxygenase. Moving on to the next question, question number 94. Genomic sequences that are capable of moving from one site to another are called transposons. Question number 95. Down syndrome is a genetic disorder on which chromosome? Option A, chromosome 18. Option B, chromosome 21. Option C, chromosome 26. Option D, chromosome 7. The right answer is chromosome 24. It is the trisomy of chromosome number 21. That means presence of extra copy of 21st chromosome. Next question is 96, which goes like ochratoxin is produced by Aspergillus, Penicillium or Saccharomyces. And the right answer is option C, both Aspergillus and Penicillium. The next question is question number 97. Exponential growth can be seen in the log phase of a cellular growth. Question number 98. Hydroxyl radicals play a role in destruction of organic pollutants. Hydroxyl radicals are referred to detergents of troposphere. 1 and 2 both are correct. Option A is correct. Next question is question number 99. Second last question of this question paper. Which of the activity is absent in DNA polymerase 1? And DNA polymerase has 3' to 5' exonuclease activity. Yes, it has 5' to 3' exonuclease activity. Yes, it also has 5' to 3' polymerase activity, but it lacks 3.5' polymerase activity. Option C is correct. Sandy viruses are the viruses that enters the host cell by cell fusion, phagocytosis, or receptor-mediated endocytosis. The correct answer is option number C. So that is all. Finally, I will again remind you that these questions, or the answers of these questions, are the answers according to me. ये आंसर वेरी कर सकते हैं, and don't worry about that. They are mostly correct. But जो questions यहाँ पर गलत होंगे, I will make another video. That will be the video of all those questions which I have talked about here and they are incorrect. So stay tuned for upcoming updates. And please like, share and subscribe the channel.